researching No Name
Let's do
and
an account now.
J. Cole.
Oh, we probably did a. We're talking about No Name J. Cole?
You're not getting off the hook. What do you think this is?
How are you not gonna at least give me a heads up?
It's on it's in the docket. Did you make it live?
Yeah, but now it's only picking up the mic. It's picking up the camera mic. But I'll. Hold on, let me. We're talking about No Name J. Cole?
I'm trying to find
You're not
her.
getting off the hook. What do you think this is?
I'm trying to find her initial.
I don't think she said anything at first. I think this was before, right, Josh? You can email it to me.
What do you mean?
Like,
No Name didn't do anything to provoke J. Cole right at this moment.
She
did.
She
She called-
subbed everybody and then she deleted the tweet.
yeah, I'm like, no, she said.
She definitely. Bro, he's not.
Was it recent?
Yes, it was. I'll find the tweet.
Alright.
But,
Thank you. That's the only thing that I haven't been
Yeah,
able
it
to find.
definitely was a
initial.
tweet, and it was in all caps tweet. It was like, and that's where Queen Tone came from. Oh man,
What happened?
no, I'm just thinking about this conversation. How do I send you a link from this?
Go. I'll log in my email.
Okay, it's already copied, so you just have to paste it.
Alright.
Oh, you might be able to airdrop.
A link?
Yeah,
I don't know.
possible.
I don't know. I know you can do it on the phone. I don't know.
Mine, well, if my phone is connected to my laptop, if I copy it on my laptop, it's automatically.
Mm-hmm.
I just paste on my phone. I'm not sure if that.
That's kind of cool.
I know it's probably one of the best Apple features there is.
Is that an airdrop?
You said
Yeah.
it's copied?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. So now I'm gonna tweak with the audio, because right now it's just the camera audio, and I don't want that to be.
Okay. But it's recording the podcast?
Yeah, it's recording. Look, that's with this little red light. That means it's recording the SD and it's broadcasting out. Which technically we don't need to do, but this is a good fail-safe.
Yeah, absolutely. We should always save it. Okay. Change the thing and see if it works. I want to watch it happen live.
Okay. So blah blah blah. Pretend this is back to the wide. Your stand is yelling, camera one, camera one.
Oh, somebody got to tell me what sub means.
Subtweet?
It's like a not
Subliminal.
Sub.
I was like,
Did you
what?
change it?
I just changed it to the wide. It should. I wonder if there's a delay. Give it a second. Because now it's showing this, so this should be.
Oh, it just switched over.
Okay.
All right, cool. That's great.
So let me figure this audio out.
I saw it in the tweet. I said, okay, all right.
What was the tweet, Josh? Do you have it? You want me to go live? Or you want to test to make sure you got the lines right first?
You can go. I mean, it's Patreon. I'm not tripping. You could
Poppin'? Oh, you found it?
No, somebody is like kind of quoting it, but not really. Thank you.
Can you
What you need, Josh?
No,
I'm here for you.
I personally don't like to touch other people's equipment, but if you're okay with me adjusting this,
by all means.
okay.
Yeah, that just
Other people's equipment?
Out of respect, I don't just
You
from
want me to touch the mic? You want me to do this?
unless I've already asked
really?
permission.
Please, if
Uh,
you're
From working, I just know like people are. This is their stuff. I want to respect it, and if they put it a certain way, I want it differently. I like to ask before I just go willy nilly. If I'm in the studio recording, like in a booth, same thing. If the mic is too high, I'll be like, "Excuse me."
top story. Why is J. Cole canceled? Oh my god.
Oh, he canceled. I can't wait to have this conversation because the conversation I've been having in my head has me feeling like a crazy person. So I want to get it out of my head.
All right, I'm going live, Joshua.
Okay, go ahead. We should be. You want to check the audio one more time? Now it should only be coming out of the microphones.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it sounds like it's coming through the mic. Are you gonna move that mic over there?
Use that over.
Yeah, but say use the gray chair.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Yeah.
great.
Okay, cool.
All right, turn the sound back off.
Trying to see if anybody. I know that because I've seen the screenshot of the tweet.
You said you have a screenshot of it.
I've seen it
Okay.
because I saw the tweet when it first came out, but it wasn't like she didn't drop names, but she was pretty much talking about. Like,
She didn't drop no names.
Nah.
Heyo.
veterans.
Mm-mm.
All right. The link is in the Patreon. Are you ready? People are coming in. You found it?
Reposition this. Sorry, Kev, there's no slate for this now.
It is no name.
She deleted it after I had 117,000. It's good. It's been seen.
I mean, I don't know, man.
All right, can you put that in?
Can
actually,
I?
I'm gonna put it in the thing.
Okay.
Josh, can we get a new case? What are you doing here?
Sorry, man.
It's heat damaged. Can you put it in the shared doc so Angel can see it?
Please and thank
Sorry,
you.
man.
That's what triggered him. I thought he just did it out of nowhere.
No, man.
That's why I was surprised. That's why I was surprised.
Oh,
I didn't see that.
You would have came out of the gate wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For no reason at all, J. Cole went into the booth and did
On a random
whole
Tuesday, I decided to attack No Name. All right, cool.
Then you went protesting like that next week, man.
You did. All right, you got Angel?
I'm dropping it in.
He's now. I need. Will you be able to give a history on who No Name is?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks.
Is there a specific
And that's actually
spot?
how I want the podcast to work. Like, if you are more knowledgeable about something, you can
Okay.
inform me, and because the audience, I don't expect everybody to know about everything.
Right.
I just know about No Name because Joshy put me on a while ago.
She's a musician.
She is. She actually had stopped making music for a while.
She
was-
brought her out of a hiatus.
Yeah, she was tired of. Basically, she was tired of white people coming to her song saying "nigga," and she was like, "I can't
I
stop
can't
them."
keep right.
So
right.
I'm gonna start a book club, to help my people because I don't feel comfortable with white people saying "nigga" at my.
At your Okay.
This is Zaddy Gon's nickname.
Is that a thing?
I've seen it multiple times now.
Hey, look
Zaddy
at
Gons?
you! Look at you!
Jesus.
Hey.
All right, ready?
Also,
You put it in here?
I just put it in there right now.
Okay, let me just close out of my notes and go back and see if it'll
It's
give it
funny.
to me.
Eve, who's Cole's manager, quote tweeted this from yesterday. Because that was like
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
the conversation. Obviously, we'll talk about it.
That church painting is so
that
big.
that was his manager. It's funny though, because his manager, like, usually hours after a song comes out, all right, what's everybody's favorite bar? He was crickets. I'm like, oh, he tweeted something like, man, my hair's getting crazy. I need a haircut soon.
Okay, I'll let you get set up, Josh, while we start. We're not gonna start with No Name and J. Cole anyway.
I'm good, I think.
All right.
I gotta figure out how to.
Guys, we're very excited here at Kev on Stage Studios. Where should I look for my audience? To the wide?
One sec. Before you get too excited.
I feel like so much is already happening right now. I'm like,
This
okay,
is like so good.
I'm overwhelmed, but I'm doing a pretty good job at not completely.
good.
Oh, I'm gonna throw up. Okay.
You were born in the 70s, huh, Angel? Or the 80s?
80s.
1980?
I was like, why you?
Oh, you turned 40.
He's gonna bring
I'm
this year.
going to turn.
You're 39 still?
Yeah, I'm still in my 30s.
What's 40 to 40?
What you mean?
Weren't
40?
you doing 40 to 40 or something like that?
I was, and then the world caught on fire, and I could not do
Oh, okay, got it.
anything. I was like, I'm taking a break. So I had started uploading a video every day, starting 40 days from my birthday. And then
When's your birthday?
July 3rd.
Mm.
So when they started putting us on curfew, my brain was like, oh my God, we're about to be under martial law. Oh Lord, they gonna kill my husband on the way to work. Like I was spiraling out of control. And yeah.
All right.
I think this still feels a little far, but
That's in this frame now. They said the audio is quiet. Volume is low. Well, it sounds good to me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're testing out entirely new software, guys.
everything's different.
So just bear with us as we figure it out.
I'll
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
let me see if because I want to pull up the
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Los comments.
All right. Well, just turn up a little, Josh. Don't burn their ears out. You know what's crazy? I don't hear feedback anymore. Usually we hear feedback when we have this.
Huh?
No, I mean like, it's like background. It sounds like 1, 2, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, like that.
Oh, like an echo?
Yeah, but it's not. I'm just
Well,
hearing it like delayed.
But it's because it's so late, you're not gonna.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
you
yeah.
might still eventually hear it, but it's really, really late.
Okay. I just wanted to bring the comments up. Now I can see.
All right,
It's
let's
low
do
on
it.
my end, kind of low. What we were hearing, low. Sound low if that helps. That is better. I didn't do anything.
Kev, mic's good.
low,
Test
me.
yours, Angel. Hold
What's
on.
up?
Hold on. Keep
Let
up.
me-
Does my mic sound nice? Check one.
Hers sounds good too.
Yeah, I think it's because I wasn't talking.
I'm gonna push it up, but I do
I
not
don't know.
know. What did my do?
I don't think. I
All right,
get
sounds
loud.
good. I don't.
Hold on. Let me make sure it's on your camera. I'm so scared.
You said what's 40 to 40? You saw what the hell is this chick been posting? Nothing.
It says
Just-
super clear, but it's low.
Just garbage.
I bumped everything.
All right, let's just get started because I want to have enough time before I gotta go.
Sorry, man.
All right,
I'm just a man.
here to the audience.
Where do you want to start, man?
I'll start
I
here.
can start you wherever.
So show this, Josh, new software, Sling Studio. This is me talking camera.
Yeah.
Boom. Okay, now Angel's gonna talk to her camera. Go,
Hey,
Angel.
how you doing?
Hold on. Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
now
he's
boom.
like-
Single to me, Josh.
Okay.
I wanna
I'm
talk
trying to
this
keep up.
camera.
Oh my God. I'm already
Okay,
tired.
boom. Now back to this camera.
Then
My
we here.
camera.
Okay, boom. Now
Then
back
we
to
here.
Angel's.
Hold on. Simon says Angel's camera. Nope. Simon didn't say it.
Okay, Angel has a monologue. Go.
And then I want to say this about that and this thing. And two, here's the thing. Did you see me say it? No.
I think so.
Okay, now Kevin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get me on the camera. Oh!
I want to see.
Oh,
Send me
sorry.
the link.
Go, Angel. I didn't send it to you.
No, you didn't send me the
I
link.
Don't be
got it,
sending
Angel.
people the link, man.
Yeah. You know, we got to add you to our group chat. It's a whole thing.
You know, I really want to feel like I'm a part,
We ain't added you to the group chat.
but
you're-
I'm not a
You're
part.
being added right now.
That
Angel.
group chat, it's always there's never a right time to ask when to come into a group chat. I
Just
feel
throw
like
'em in.
there's like a taboo with the entry and exit points of group chats.
We got to get Angel on the Slack. It's a whole thing.
There's a Slack.
It's a Slack. We don't really use it anymore.
Kev, can you actually put the mic on your left side?
Yes.
That way you're speaking that direction naturally.
Hello.
Boom. This is why Josh is here, because
why
he's
he's here.
smart as all get out.
I put you in the chat. I didn't put you in. Did you get the link? No, it didn't work. Hold on.
Oh, you guys.
All right. Now you are in there.
Okay. But okay, you put
But
me
I'm
in
gonna
it,
put the
but
link again.
yeah, there we go.
All right. Here we go. All right. Here we go. Let's start. So I have at least an hour.
All right, I'm gonna try and keep up.
Okay. Welcome to the first bonus episode of Here's the Thing with Kev and Angel.
What's up?
Josh has, thanks to you guys, we have Sling Studio,
Shouts
which is
to the Patreon.
What is Sling Studio, Josh?
Sling Studio is an app that has like this thing that you would normally get your internet from. It looks like a modem.
Mm-hmm.
And then iPhones can connect to it wirelessly. And there's an app on the computer that I'm using to switch between them, and then we plug the microphones into that too.
So now we have a 3-camera setup
Yeah.
that Josh can go from. So now me and Angel have to learn to look at each other. But if she looks at you now, she's still looking to the camera.
Right.
Whereas last week you were in the corner here.
Yeah, and I also I repositioned myself.
Angel is married. Her husband is tall. He has guns.
Many
Oh.
guns, not
Beard,
just a gun.
tattoos.
Yes.
He's taller than me. Physically fit. Don't start.
He
He's
pops
not
bullets
that
like
physically
Mentos.
He does.
He's more physically fit than me. Okay, let's get it started.
Let's go.
Angel, I know this isn't in the docket. I just want to make sure you saw
What are you going to throw at me? That
Tony
was,
Baker versus Teddy Riley last night. Oh, it was delicious.
I did.
Teddy Riley he had enough. He was so mad.
He was angry.
Speaking a different language via text. I just want to read it one more time
please.
because I made my video. There's no joke. Like, I was laughing so hard at Tony pissing off Teddy Riley so much that he forgot English. Tony Baker, if you want to continue being funny, you got to let old jokes become the past or you will be stuck in the past, brother. That sentence was so long. Comma? Absolutely not.
No,
right
no.
words?
No.
Pissed off, that's all you'll get from me.
100%.
Okay? Grow up and get money.
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Remind you to jokes only makes me money, but you still broke.
He should have just used the angry emoji. That would have made more sense. Just the red emoji.
You know somebody's pissed when they can only say you're broke, though.
Absolutely. Especially a dude. That's like their
Oh.
go-to. It's like, you know what, but you ain't got no money.
Or you want to fight.
Yes.
That's literally one, two. And here's what Teddy Riley greatly his biggest mistake, you cannot come for a comedian.
No.
It
No.
just makes it worse for
It
you.
does. It
There's
does.
nothing you can say that's going to make Tony loves it.
Right.
Tony was on his live. He said, Teddy hit that. He was like, broke. So Riley was like, you broke. You ain't getting no money. And Tony on his live was like, I immediately am taking this joke to stage.
Right.
Like,
Here it
Teddy
goes.
Riley called me broke. Main page. Shade room.
On the shade room. Bam.
Oh, it was delicious.
It was Teddy. What I don't get that he doesn't get is that we're still in this thing. We're still in the quarantine. We're still doing verses. Yes, you will be the joke until we
that's
come
the
out
thing,
of this.
Angel, does Teddy Riley not know how the internet works?
Right.
If it was something like we don't care about, it happened 3 months ago, forgotten.
away.
If it was funny, Teddy Riley internet jokes, bro, that's
He's a callback.
it.
He's literally a callback.
bro,
Absolutely.
He will never live this down. He leaned into it for a while.
Yes, and that was a smart thing to do. It was a smart. It's like he's become the brand name for bad internet. Like he's the Xerox of copying paper. Teddy Internet is bad internet. He has to. He has to accept that. That's what it is right now. That's what it
He
is.
came in with the robe and apologized to Tony Baker on his. You didn't see it?
I didn't see the
You didn't see the
apology.
apology?
Mind you, the robe wearing apology was a little pompous.
Oh.
I thought it was a little elitist. It was a little.
Flex City.
Oh.
Let me play it for you, Angel.
Teddy did a flex.
Teddy, no, he didn't verbally flex, but he definitely flexed. Hold on. Teddy Riley won.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you what. It made me talk about Teddy all during my live yesterday.
Perfect, of course.
Oh, in the robe.
What's
Oh.
up, everybody? First of all, I want to say to Tony Baker, my apology.
Uh-oh.
Sorry, I was trying to make it bigger for you.
Oh, I didn't need to see him bigger. I can see
up,
that
everybody?
beard
want you to
from
see the
wherever.
robe.
First of all, I
Actually, now
want
the
to
camera
say
can see it too. This is
to
good.
Tony Baker, my apologies as a brother to a brother. You already know that what I do is music. I don't tell jokes and I don't do the prank thing, but sometimes you
The
have
prank
to,
thing.
when you go to a comedy club or anything, you have to be able to embrace that. And I woke up and I wanted to see Alicia Keys and John Legend because I'm a fan. We all get to be fans, and that was my moment to fan out and see my brother and sister, do their thing. And I wasn't looking forward to, a meme or a comedian, to come out and say Teddy Riley, and then John Legend came out and said some stuff.
Yes, John Legend said something during their verses.
Snap when it came to Tony,
He surely did.
and I didn't mean to. My whole thing is today's a day where we uplift and we push and we encourage. Push our families, and this nation needs, like I said, need to come together.
He put it on
Because what
Juneteenth,
we do,
man.
we are strength. So my whole goal was to enjoy them and get ready for bowling tonight, and that's what I'm gonna do. But to Tony,
That's what I'm gonna do.
man,
Why are you still in a robe,
we need
sir?
to work together, and like I said, my apologies to you, and to anybody if it was offensive, because that's not me. I love you all, and y'all have a great weekend. Blessings to you. Peace and love.
First of all, what is Teddy Riley on? Why does he have on shades in a robe?
He's at home.
He is at home with the shades
He's
in
in a
robe.
Virgin first class flight. Why is your home set up like Virgin Airlines?
The lighting is club lighting. Was it like a purple hue? Like, I don't understand Teddy. At least he had wiped off some of the beard dye before he did it. He wiped some of that off, so I did feel the authenticity of that. But he said, Tony, I hope we work together. He's doing a collab with, is that who he was talking
Him
about?
and Tony Baker.
Okay.
Tony and Teddy Riley are collabing. I think it is what a sign of approval to be called broke by Teddy Riley on Juneteenth. It's on Juneteenth.
He's that
don't
important
laugh.
now. Yes.
And Teddy Riley, you mother, I'm so sick of you. But it wasn't the internet. I was trying to do it through my website. Nobody understands that. I gave you broke niggas New Jack Swing, and this is how you treat me.
This is how you repay me.
You didn't even ever had Blackstreet if it wasn't for me. I gave you Blackstreet and Guy and all that. Doo-doo-dum da-da. That doo-doo-dum da-da was me.
It was all me. No diggity, no doubt.
And then he went off only to be made fun of for his go off because he got no spell check.
Oh my gosh, none.
No spell check.
He must have talked to Siri because I know Siri's kind of racist.
Siri
so he
don't
must.
understand Ebonics.
And she was just like, "Okay, I'll just throw that in there."
But now he's been apologized to by Teddy Riley.
Yeah,
And he wants to work together.
And Teddy Riley went to the same university of apologies as all these white people. I can't stand when people do the sincere apology voice. It irks my nerve. It's just like apologize in the same tone that you gave whatever it was. Be like, I was pissed. Went off. Don't know how to spell. My bad. I'm just kind of tired of the joke, but I gotta understand. I gotta have thick skin. But he's like, my brother, on Juneteenth, everybody was picking cotton. I was hot. We were in the sun. We were getting whipped on our backs. And I just said, I just want to hear the song, the sweet, sweet songs of Alicia and John. And then John, he gonna talk about, I mean, it's just like, what is with these apology tones? I don't get it.
So it's cheat mouth. Remember Kevin Hart when you cheated? Well, you know, I apologize. Use your regular mouth.
Use your
Don't,
regular
Bill
mouth.
Clinton. You know, I did have actual sexual relations with that woman. Don't give me the bass face.
Yes.
Don't give me the bass mouth. Keep that same
Yes.
beard. Don't go.
Don't go down there.
Don't
Yeah.
give me the side mouth. So anyway,
Yeah, go ahead.
I just wanted to. And I'm not letting Tony Baker off the
can't.
hook for this.
No.
Anita Baker would never, ever come for me. I would never upset a legend. You had a legend out of sorts.
Yes.
Teddy Riley was out of sorts because you want to go into the verses every day,
Yeah.
make your little funny comments, and you never would have thought that you pissed Teddy
He
Riley
made
off.
Teddy Riley come out of his robe and come out of his beard dye to correct him. And there's issue.
Tony, I love you, but these jokes gonna fly. Okay, now Doughboy's Tony went viral.
Yes.
On Twitter a couple of days ago. If you guys didn't know this, here's the video, and here's why she went viral. And if I didn't know her, this probably still would have been a topic.
The food is.
Hold on. The caption says, "For all y'all who ain't making your man a plate when the food come." Okay, and here's her thoughts.
We're gonna leave it at this. If the food is prepared, I'm he has arms, he has legs, but that is my man. I am going to make him a plate because that's what I like to do. That's how I was raised. On the flip side of that, ladies, if you come over your man's relative's house and the food is made and you don't get up to make his plate, that's weak as hell to me. Why? Because I want my man's mama, sister, auntie, cousin, whoever to look at me and be like, damn, that's a dope ass shit. Damn, she gonna take care of my brother, son, whoever. What is wrong with y'all?
Angel.
We don't need this.
Next Juneteenth, because I know we wasn't really ready for the barbecue this year. Like we just all decided it was this year. Are you making Marcus a plate?
I will make him a plate if I feel like making him a plate. It's not a job that I must do at all. And I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. When Kev put this in the thing, I was like, "Are we about to drag this baby?" I was like, "Are we sure we're doing this?" He was like, "No, it's the topic." Because I really was about to go ham. But I will say this:
go ham, Angel. Don't go ham.
I was like, I don't know if you
She's about to let the chopper sing like.
Right. It was about.
But this sentiment happens on Twitter probably once every 6 months. Do you make your man a plate argument? Take her out of it.
It's hard because she said it, but I'm going to try my best to, out of respect for the fact that I have kind of sort of met her. But what I will say is, it is all about how I choose to show respect and love to my husband. Sometimes that love comes into me making him a plate. However, we have 4 kids, so his black butt better be up there helping me make the plates for our 4 boys. So it's not about if my love for him is equated to how I make him a plate, then that's real stupid to me. Like there's so many other aspects, and that just sounded like a voice of someone who's not married.
Why you say that? Because they were saying that in the comments. Why do you think? It is a lot of times people who aren't married saying that.
Yes.
People who are actually married don't be tripping as much.
Right, because there's so many other things that could go wrong, whether or not you make a man's plate. Like, there's so many other ways to be a dope wife, to be a dope, partner. And if plate making is where you're like, hard line right there, you trash, sis, if you ain't making your man's plate. It just shows me that have not experienced a relationship that has stood the test of time yet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because I know, are you tripping off of?
You know what's funny? My mom didn't even make plates. My mom made dinner, and when dinner was done, it stayed in the pot.
Right, and you made your own plate. Yeah.
And my dad grabbed something. We didn't even eat dinner together as a family.
Me.
We just was like, if you're when you're hungry,
eat.
Go get some food. At the cookouts, the proverbial cookout, right? It's always the cookout where the family's there watching. Who are you? Like, it doesn't even cross my mind.
Right.
My mom didn't do it. My dad never complained. Melissa doesn't do. She does it sometimes. She does like
sometimes.
And I'm not. I don't make a habit of like taking up the position that you're supposed to take up. Yeah. Right. I'm not tripping, bro. Right. I'm grateful you cooked.
Come on.
You know what I mean? Like, I know how to make my plate. I don't need, and my mom and grandma they're never looking at Melissa like, she ain't making no plate. Like, girl, y'all didn't make plates.
Right.
Plates weren't made.
Yeah.
Now, Melissa's mom, she was on that tough, right? She was on that. I remember one time Melissa's mom yelled at me so hard because she hadn't made dinner, and I was over there. I used to be eating. Like, that's halfway how I made it through college is being able to go over their house on the weekends and stuff. And she had made dinner and was like, hey, y'all, come eat, right? And Melissa's dad hadn't eaten yet. And I went in there. I'm talking big spoon in the pot, getting to take my first ladle over. And she about popped my hand. Kevin, my husband, hasn't ate yet. Oh, my bad. Much respect. That's not bad.
I'm so sorry.
You know, Papa D, that's what we call Melissa's dad. Papa D, he makes his plate, and I came in right after him. You know, I'm a second. I'm not the man of the house. I'm just hungry.
Yeah.
You know, so, but for me personally, and there's some men who it is the biggest deal.
Right. And that'll be the perfect person for her to be with. Is a man who that's the biggest deal for. It is not the man that I need to be with. I fix Marcus's plate actually a lot, only because it's convenient, because like if we're at home and I'm already up there making plates, I just go ahead and make his, but it's not out of obligation.
It's not so people on Twitter can say that you're a good wife.
Come on.
That's what Melissa does. Like, she's never I ain't gonna hold you. There was some times when the kids were young and I was being a little petty crybaby.
Were you?
And I was like, you gonna make that food for you? Then I made me nothing to say to me aside, to me, Kevin. I hungry. I would like to be eating something. Like to eat. Right? But Melissa usually makes 4 plates. One for her. She'll make one that has a little more for me and one that has a little less for Joe. Mm-hmm. Me and Isaiah is very similar, you know, because that boy can put it away now. Yeah. I mean, he is like, what is this, a laptop? Like, this dude just comes down. I've got a running joke with him now because he only comes out of his room to eat. Oh. Like he has a bathroom in his room now.
Oh, yeah. Y'all ain't seeing him. Y'all ain't seeing him.
It's so terrible. So he comes downstairs. Is there food? There's nothing to eat. Can we order? Okay, I guess I'll just get a snack. This dude will eat a full like burrito when food is being cooked. I just want to eat this to hold me over. Like it's the worst. So, but I just never really tripped. And Twitter, it's just a big thing. And it's when you take Tony's position, you're considered a pick me on Twitter. Are you familiar with this term?
No, of course I'm not, Kev.
Angel is somebody's black mama,
Who,
Josh.
To the fullest.
So a pick me on Twitter is a girl who, and then pick me Twitter is a woman or girl, usually a girl who's single, who takes the position of, I'll do whatever it takes to get a man. I'll do this. Okay. And you ain't sucking his meat every day. And you're in there.
I'll do it. Right, yeah.
And it's like, pick me.
Yeah.
I'll say these things so you can pick me. Uh-huh. What is often the truth is that in a healthy relationship, you know what? Okay, I'm going to give you the example that I think a healthy relationship is. You remember the episode of The Cosby Show when Elvin?
I remember.
Trader Joe's boy?
Yeah. Trader Joe's boy. I remember the episode already where he was getting the coffee.
That's what a healthy relationship is.
Yeah.
If I'm cooking, when I'm on the grill, here's the food. You list what you want. You want a burger? You want, beans? It's just very rare that I do that. Yeah. But most healthy relationships have that energy. Yeah. Not the like, you serve me. Because that's built on some 1940s patriarchal. The man goes out and works. The woman stays home. Right. And when men stop being able to cover all the costs so that your wife couldn't work, then those ideas should have stopped too.
Yeah, it should have completely shifted. Yeah.
Melissa hit me with that one time. I said, man, I'm tired. Right? I was at home. I'm tired. I had a long day. I had a long day too.
Right.
You think you're the only one working?
Exactly.
That was about 6 years ago. Yeah. I never said.
You said, I'ma shut up.
And I picked the boys up. And already help with homework. Right. And you think I came and cooked straight. Melissa's 5'3" and tiny and terrifying.
Yeah, that's
She's
right.
Like Manny Pacquiao.
That's right. That's how you gotta be. But yeah, I don't know what that mindset is still like, especially with the newer generation of young ladies. I don't know if it's just a mindset that has just been instilled. Because my mother is all about like, you gonna fix his plate? And I'm like, Mama, you can if you want to.
You told your mom that?
Yes, I'm like, if you want to, Mama, go right ahead. Am I? No. Obviously, I'm sitting down eating. I ain't getting back up. I'm not getting back up. But I do feel like it is strange to hear someone so young have that mindset. And it's cool if it works for her relationship and she feels okay about it. Yeah. But I definitely am not. I'm in a marriage. My marriage is successful. I'm not about to change.
No.
To just be like, oh, is that right? Like, if I'm not making my man a plate, his mom loves me, knows I care about her son because I am taking care of his 4 kids and I'm taking care of him in ways that don't involve making him a goddamn plate.
Point blank, period. A plate and still be trash.
Be trash as hell.
As a wife, as a girlfriend. My brother is a plate requirer. Mm-hmm. He and his wife is a plate maker.
Oh, well, that's perfect.
And also in marriage, you gotta find what works for you.
Yeah.
Right. And if that's the people who demand the plates. Like I'm trying to imagine me being like to Melissa like
I could never see that working. I could never. That woman that is sitting over your right shoulder right now, I could not imagine her being like, oh, this'll fly. I could see her tying up her fresh, relaxed hair and getting ready to box you. Yeah, so I think it's all about who you with. Some women actually do love that. That's the nurturer side of them. They like to be able to care for their man in that way. That is not me at all.
Okay, Angel.
I'm just saying, Kev.
That's fine. Josh,
What's up, man?
time for you to defend your boy.
Are you sure we're only at 35 minutes?
No, I wanted plenty of time, Angel, for you to defend your boy. So if you're new to the podcast, Josh loves Dreamville Records, all the artists, close friends with Boz, Cos, Mies.
Those are real names?
Real names.
Oh, my gosh.
Real
I'm
names?
learning things today. Let's
He
go.
shot J. Cole's the Dreamville Festival.
I have.
Josh has shot
I'm
it.
supposed to be there
Okay.
this year.
He dropped a tear when J. Cole performed his song that was the ode to Nipsey Hussle.
Love yours, man. with
Love
the Nipsey
yours.
visuals.
Beautiful
God rest-
moment, Angel.
What a
Uh-huh.
moment.
No,
Everybody was
and
crying.
He loved when you was getting on me about Lecrae. He
Uh-huh.
relished in it.
Yes, he did.
I mean,
Didn't
I
he?
kind of sat a middle ground.
You
To be
didn't.
fair, I don't,
You
you know.
leaned toward Angel's side.
Uh-huh.
And the good Lord
man.
above, he said, Kev, you took a few arrows for your boy.
That same
the day
day.
we
This-
recorded the episode.
yeah.
Your boy.
I went home, took a nap for 30 minutes before I edited, and woke up to a surprise release.
Your
Ah.
boy, J. Cole, made a mistake.
Uh-huh.
So J. Cole, Jermaine Cole, J. Cole actually, this art piece by Chuck Styles is a rendition of Fred Hampton sitting on top of his house in Chicago. But it's a reimagining of J. Cole's 2014 Forest Hill Drive
Okay.
cover, right? J. Cole had the same thing, right? Shout out to Chuck Styles. Okay, so J. Cole released a song, and essentially what he said was, one, I'm not this woke person that you guys make me out to be, right? I'm average,
IQ. Average smarts.
average IQ. Don't let the college degree fool you. I barely made it through that. Y'all try to make me woke, and I'm not.
Right.
Right? Which I have no problem with that part
Yeah.
of his argument.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
But then he
But
took
then.
it one step further. Okay. And he was like, no name. I see you, you're trying to educate us, but maybe watch how you say it. Watch your tone.
He said your
queen.
tone.
Watch your
Queen
tone.
tone.
Queen tone.
Queen tone.
Tone policing. So Josh actually found this. Angel was looking for it because Angel's
Yes.
like, what set this off? Like,
Yeah, I was like, I know she tweeted something, but I can't seem to find the tweet that
And
that
it's-
spurred him to go into the studio.
How convenient is it that he's referencing a tweet that got later deleted?
What do you mean? How convenient, Josh? What do you mean?
The tweet is nowhere to be found unless somebody screenshot it, which
No,
we
no.
found it.
Yo, you're right. Here's the tweet. Josh found it. You want to read it, Angel?
Yeah, I'll read it out. No Name says, poor black folks all over the country are putting their bodies on the line in protest for our collective safety. And y'all's favorite top-selling rappers not even willing to put up a tweet. This whole discography be about the black plight, and they are nowhere to be found. She tweeted this on May 29th, 2020 at 3:41 p.m.
So apparently that's what got J. Cole's locks all loose.
Yes.
And he was like, you know what?
Yes.
I'm finna tell you a thing or two. Guess what? I'm dumb. Okay? I'm dumb. And I don't know. I think it was the locks. I grew them out. The more they grew, the more people thought I was smart. I came for Wale. It was the thing for Lil Pump. I am not smart. 2.2 GPA. I'm not woke. I don't know what to say.
And then second of all, you don't talk nice to me. And I don't like it. Talk nice to me when you tell me these things.
Oh my God.
Side note, J. Cole looks like teenage Simba with these locks. Don't he? Don't he? Don't he look?
I'm confused.
He looks like
That one transition
Yes,
where
the
he didn't have it all the way together. It was like, ooh, we need you to grow up a little more. I'm glad it was only through that log.
Right.
Because you were struggling. He was in a weird phase.
in a weird face.
Weird
Sorry.
face, right?
So young
Crazy,
J.
man.
Cole, the come up was
Crazy, man.
baby
It's crazy.
killing him.
Crazy, man.
He's like, what?
Killing him.
Oh, J. Cole. He wrote a whole song about one tweet that upset him.
I think the tweet represented a greater thing, though, or a greater
feeling.
A greater feeling and greater thought process that a pocket of the internet kind of thrives in. I feel like woke shaming is kind of weaponized in that sense.
Yeah.
Where you got it. There has to be a neutral ground of like, all right, Cole was mad, super vulnerable on that. In the sense of
On that song? Yeah.
And I think he was describing, like I said, that overall idea of woke shaming, and which I understood because you'd see it all the time with cancel culture. Oh, you don't understand this, blah, blah, blah. Let me put you on blast because of this. Cole not being on the front lines isn't true, though. He has been present in almost every major protest over the years. Photos that prove it, none of which did he really post. Cole don't be on Twitter like that regardless of what's going on.
Oh, but he found time to be on Twitter that week.
He wasn't on Twitter.
He said, I stand by every line
the
of
day
this
after.
world.
And mind you, I believe they had a conversation that same night because she tweeted something. She tweeted out Tone Queen or Queen Tone, whatever the phrase was, and she pulled it that next morning, which seems to be a pattern with her posting and pulling tweets.
He's tone policing the Black Queen.
Yes.
Also, he shared her record that she put out.
And so
Song
that
33.
means-
Yeah. He's not, there was not, like, people were calling this a beef. It's not a beef.
Well, here's the thing I want to say. First of all, love No Name as a rapper.
She's amazing.
Love what she represents.
She's incredible.
All that stuff. Here, two things. One, let's just say this first. Nobody's canceling J. Cole.
No.
That's not happening.
We're
They did this
adults
in
here.
2014.
And when you look up the tweets about cancel, it's just people saying, I'll never cancel J. Cole, and other people saying, I'm not trying to cancel J. Cole. Like,
Right.
I think none of us should be above critique.
Exactly. Criticism has to happen, and it's not if you're being criticized, it doesn't mean that we're trying to wreck your career.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
just want you to be like, here's where I think J. Cole's biggest mistake was. I feel like he should have just left the no name part out and just said,
and this is where I agree with you as well. I know where you're going. I feel like the timing of that record to come out and to make it seem like a black woman may be targeted as anything other than in a positive way was terrible timing.
terrible.
That was
timing.
the worst point. However, I believe that one section of the song was taken and covered the entire, or used that as like a whole blanket of what the whole song represented. And that's where I feel like that might have been pulled out of proportion in that sense.
Oh,
I feel like his song represents white tears. I'm sorry.
Really?
I do.
Ooh.
I
white
absolutely.
tears.
I haven't heard this perspective.
Tears. And this is
What
what
you talking,
This is what I
Angel?
mean by that. Is that not everybody is an educator, and I don't consider No Name, even looking at her tweets, as an educator. I see her as an activist, and people want activists to have an educated tone to them. There are people you can go to who will educate you, and those are the people who are going to make sure that their tone is correct for you to receive the education they're trying to give you.
yeah.
Activists are only worried about their actions. They don't care how you receive it. Are their actions actually moving things forward?
Yeah.
And what I'm calling it white tears is that you'll find white people, I've had them come up in my DMs trying to get me to understand how they're feeling when they've gone on someone else's thread, and they're like, it's making me feel like I'm the problem. And I'm like, and those are your white tears. It's about how you feel. It's about how you feel and not about the actual problem. And so that's what his comment.
So J. Cole's like, that made me feel away.
Yes, and it's just like, bruh, I don't care about how you feel. If you want to talk about your feelings, go to a therapist. She's not trying to educate you. She's just pointing out a problem. And now we got to focus on how you feeling. You made me feel like I was beneath you and you holier than thou. Okay, bruh, that's all right. Deal with that. Okay.
Yeah,
Eat that.
Yeah, eat that.
Eat
And if you feel like you're doing enough, then just keep doing enough.
Yeah.
But the fact that you feel like you need to tell somebody who is not saying she's trying to educate you, she's just putting out her thing of some of y'all could do a little bit more. She might not. I'm not saying she's right. Now, that's one thing.
Yeah.
I'm not saying she's right, but I do think he's wrong.
Fair.
That's.
Also, I actually appreciate J. Cole standing by his thoughts.
Yeah, I do appreciate that.
These
He
are
doubled down.
I'm okay with artists like I think maybe it was Charlamagne that said this. He said, or I don't know who it was. I be consuming so much content.
Man.
They blur it. They said rappers rap.
Mm-hmm.
So when J. Cole needs to express himself, his art form is rap.
Yeah.
If he's a painter, maybe he paints. You know what I'm saying? If he's a comedian, he comedies.
Yeah.
Right? So you wouldn't ask Dave Chappelle to rap. You wouldn't ask J. Cole to do poetry. A lot of influencers have been messing up because they want to use a new art form all of a sudden.
Right.
Let me do a poem. You're not a poet. So don't
Right.
do that. No names will be mentioned.
No, we
You're not
have.
writing on our
There's a
chest
clear.
all
There,
of a sudden doing poetry. Oh, you weren't here for that.
No, but I saw it. I didn't know you all were talking about it, but I
Oh.
saw it, and I was
Oh.
like, huh. I was like, because I was wondering if I was just wondering if there was going to be a punch.
Bonus. It's a bonus. You
Bonus.
speak freely.
I was wondering if there was going to be a punchline at the end because
Yeah.
I was like, am I supposed to take you seriously right now in this How Does It Feel D'Angelo setup? So I was like, is this real? And I was like, oh, this is how. Okay.
You didn't even bother to spell all the names correctly. You just hurry up, get them on there. Brianna, Brendan.
Do hers, italicize hers, because I mean it was all the
get the
different
Velcro.
fonts.
Quick, get the Velcro.
Right? So I appreciate Cole saying, I'm going to rap.
Yeah, no,
right?
I do. I get
and
that. Mm-hmm.
I appreciate you being in your feelings, right? It's okay.
Yeah, no, true.
But also, you can be corrected. Like, even Josh, who's the biggest Cole fan, Josh was like, it's definitely the wrong time.
yeah.
At minimum,
Yeah.
it's the wrong time.
Mm-hmm.
And really, like, it's what happens when you're a celebrity, because your platform is big, people expect you to have you're kind of
Yeah.
caught.
And Cole has talked about this publicly in his last major interview with Angie Martinez right after KOD dropped. He said, I don't like people considering me as on that pedestal. Mind you, he's in that pedestal. That's where he's at. Like, regardless of how he views himself, whatever. He doesn't like being called like, oh, you're the GOAT or you're the God, because then it makes people put them in. It makes people put Cole to kind of like fill a hole in their heart of like, oh, I know I can lean on him because he's got this, and this. And he's like, I don't want to be that. I'm not saying to go look to Kendrick to be that.
Yeah.
Like, you got to find that in your own spirituality, your own place. But it's not like he never wanted to be the person to look to when everything starts popping off, because he doesn't have that figured out and that locked down.
You're exactly right. And here's the problem with celebrity culture, right? You get a big platform. You're expected to speak out. You speak out, then people make fun of you.
Right.
Like the white people, the white actors and actors, I take responsibility. Right? It's like, well, shut up. And it's hard. No matter what they do, it's going to be criticized.
Right.
Right? Unless you donate a lot of money, like, I don't know what and this is like, and I actually get a piece of this because I'll give you an example.
Please.
I made a tweet. I've been very vocal about I'm supporting black women, right? Brought you on board. I just locked down a writer to work on a movie I told you about.
Yeah.
And I want you to still star in it. And been vocal about protecting black women. Yesterday I made a tweet, went off pretty well. I said, man, I'm tired, bro. I was up till B Simone AM last night. Okay. Now, if you're aware of what B Simone went viral for, she was up till 3 a.m. being an entrepreneur, blah, blah, blah. So this tweet goes low-key viral. I'm very proud of myself. Kevin, you're so funny. Pat on the back. Black woman hits me up. One person is like, I thought you was protecting black women. This ain't tearing her. And another black woman was like, girl, she can get these jokes. Like, this was a love tap at best, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, when I said protect black women, I meant empower and amplify, put money in their pocket, give them jobs. I never meant if a joke's coming your way, it's not gonna be said.
That we're above, what is it, reproach?
Above reproach. Like, Meg, when we do an all deaf video, I'm gonna go at Meg. She's gonna go at me, but that's because that's my homegirl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But what happens is when you do one thing, people want to say you must be perfect in all of your ways for the other thing. And even though 99.9% of the people got the joke, and what I mean by protecting black women, I'll never degrade a black woman. I'm never gonna pile on. I'm never gonna, but if somebody does something funny, I would be not respecting them by letting them off the hook.
Right.
If Angel fell down the stairs and I had it on video,
he gonna post it.
I would be like, Angel, sucks to be you. And I would expect nothing less for her to me.
If somebody had you on video dislocating your shoulder down the steps, you would post the video.
I'm almost mad Melissa wasn't vlogging it, because I know I was out here big, clumsy, right? Like, Melissa's first thing she said was, man, I wish I had that on.
That's what I'm saying.
It was a long
Anybody
fall.
can get these jokes.
Right.
Yeah, so I think the whole J. Cole thing is absolutely blown out of proportion, but that's what we do on the internet.
Absolutely, 100%.
We blow everything out of proportion. And I don't know. That's all, I guess, a part of the game to blow things out of proportion.
It was just his turn.
But I will say, this is the reason why I was glad that we were going to talk about this, because I was literally having an argument with myself in my head about this, because I also think No Name is also low-key wrong, just based off of what you all said, is that sometimes we look for people to do things just because it's our expectation of them, and it's not what they are capable of doing.
Or want to be doing.
Yeah.
That's fair. It's a good point.
That is a great point, Angel.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That's
That's what I've been trying to say this whole time. Angel just took the words out of my mouth.
He was like, there we go.
Just sit back. You know,
There
we're
we
good.
go. It's just like we're trying to make all these people our Malcolm or Martin, and that just might not be the spot they're supposed to play in this. And that's where Lecrae messed up. He was trying to be something that he potentially is not equipped to play in this revolution. So that's the reason why I'm like, it's not a binary like type of situation where he's right, she's wrong. I low-key think both of them were wrong. It's just he was bigger wrong because he made a whole song, put a beat to it, and wrote
No drums though, and he flowed. I'm not gonna lie.
The song was nice.
He's gonna do what he's a great rapper.
Yeah.
But low key.
Okay, now
No Names.
No Name.
Song 33.
it was
She
fire.
spit all over that microphone.
It was fire.
Do I have it in here? Let me just.
It was fire. I was like, oh, at first I just read the lyrics and I was like, okay, and then I listened to it because I didn't realize she was a rapper, and I was like, this can't be
she
this girl's
started
first
off as a
day.
poet.
She's out. She has a really good project called Telephone.
Yes.
But she's been doing these little Lucy series called Song. This is 33 that just came out, but she's got a 32, might have a 31. But she's literally taking a step back. She doesn't want to do music, but this literally brought her out of her little hiatus.
Let's just hear it.
she's
It's only a
good.
minute and
She
9.
big raps.
It's only a minute and 9.
It's good. Play it.
Can you hold it a little closer to the?
It's like aiming on my shoulder. It's looking like patriarchy, like scribble blood off the ceiling and bleach and another carpet. How my house can run it. Why Toya embodied on embody all the life she wanted. The baby just 19. I know I dream all black. I seen her everything immortalized in tweets, all caps. They say they found her dead. One girl missing, another one go missing. One girl missing, another. But niggas in the back, quiet as a church mouse. Basement studio when duty calls to get the verse out. I guess the ego hurt now. It's time to go to work. Wow, look at him go. He really doubts to write about me when the world is in smokes. When it's people and trees.
Don't look at me.
For his mother saying he couldn't breathe. He thought to write about
Woo!
One girl missing, another one go missing. One girl missing, another one. Yo, but little did I know all my reading would be about there's trans women being murdered, and this is all he can offer, and this is all y'all receive. Distract you from the convo with organizers. They talking abolishing the police, and it's a new world order. We democratizing Amazon, we burn down borders. This is new vanguard. This is new vanguard. I'm the new vanguard.
I'm the new Vanguard.
So let me just tell you the part that really hit my soul.
What
It
is
also
it?
helps because I'm already a No Name fan. Shouts to Josh, putting me on to Chance the Rapper's coloring book, put me on a No Name, put me on to Telephone. Gonzi Tapes alum, No Name. Love her. She has an amazing tiny desk if you haven't seen it.
I bet.
This is the verse that I love. Okay? But niggas in the back, quiet as a church mouse. Basement studio when the duty calls to get the verse out. I guess the ego hurt now. It's time to go to work. Wow, look at him go. Ooh.
She skipped that B to D all over that boy's head.
Oh, wow, look at him. It was big petty energy.
Yes.
It's time to go to work now. Wow, look at him go. He really about to write about me when the world's in smokes, when it's people in trees, when George was begging for his mother, saying he couldn't breathe. You thought to write about me?
Yes, she did.
Oh,
She did.
She got
did.
that one,
Woo!
and he won't respond.
He
But
can't.
why?
There's no reason for him to, and that's
Why?
the thing.
He
Like, this,
can't win this.
you can't
Yeah.
win this, and it's not a beef, man.
No, I don't think it's a beef either.
No. It's a little distracting.
It's
I'll
a
say
little.
that.
It's a slider. Might not
Yeah.
be a full burger.
Oh yeah.
But it's definitely a slider.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's definitely a slider. By the way, I really don't want her to retire from music.
That I was literally, when I listened to it, because obviously I didn't know who she was because I don't be knowing nobody. I was like, this can't be this baby's first day because because this is hard. Yeah, like if that's what she's capable of doing, just because somebody got on her nerves, I
Yeah.
want to see her big mad.
Well, when she was, I mean, in like the music scene, she was getting compared to early on as like a Jay Electronica for the sake of how she's able to like craft her words and and all of her entendres. She's just like, honestly, one of the dopest female MCs I've heard in that pocket without like wanting to blow up and kind of be everywhere.
Yeah.
She loves where she's at.
She's a fantastic rapper.
I wouldn't even say just female. Like, she's just
she can
good.
out-rap.
Yeah, that was just sexist. You know, I mean, men, misogynoir. Josh is sexist towards black women specifically.
You know.
I'm done. I'm done here.
I love when an artist raps, like, even though she was like, I'm not finna rap no more, but when you hit a nerve, you hit a nerve.
Right.
And I love it. Like, it's discourse, right? We still love Cole, but he should cut the locks.
Yeah,
Let's go with a little bald fade. People will expect less of you.
Yeah, there you go. Get some waves, and we'll be like, he doesn't know what's happening in the world. It's fine.
Moving on, Angel.
What's up?
Did you have Aunt Jemima in your cupboard last week?
Now we had talked about this, and I definitely didn't have the syrup. I had a generic syrup, but when I really went back, I think I had just bought her pancake mix. I do.
Why did you buy her? You know she's a mammy.
And I do, but she was the only one that had an instant pancake mix in the aisle. It was sold out. People were still
that instant clutch too. That just that water joint. Oh man,
you didn't care about racism and racial imagery. You just needed instant pancakes.
Listen, I got a lot of people to feed, but I do realize that that Aunt Jemima. It doesn't matter how they done changed up her hairdo. Yeah, it's racial imagery.
I didn't realize. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I had not researched Aunt Jemima prior to my existence. So when I was coming up, she still had the bonnet.
Yeah, she had on the slave scarf.
She had the
It wasn't just a bonnet. It was
big mammy energy.
Yeah, all
Aunt
the
Jemima.
way.
But I hadn't thought to go. You remember Microfiche?
Who?
Microfiche back before Josh's time, before the internet, when you would have to put the little slides at the library with and you would get the newspaper.
Yeah.
So we didn't have a way, and it never clicked to go back and research Aunt Jemima. But because of this news this week, and I've read articles about Aunt Jemima, bruh.
You went to the microfiche and you used it?
The internet has killed microfiche. The images search on Google. Google's basically microfiche in color. But when I saw how racist Aunt Jemima used to be, I was like, yo, y'all are wild. I mean, it was like, I sure would love to make good pants. It was like huge.
Yeah.
Wow. Do I still have it in the docket? Let me see.
That syrup be smacking.
It reminds me of, you all remember A Different World where, see, I done brought up somebody and I can't remember their name. The dark-skinned chick, she did a whole
Kim?
It might have been Kim. She did a whole presentation on the mammy image. Whole thing.
I don't remember.
Oh, you don't remember that episode? And that is when I realized that Aunt Jemima was definitely, it was seen because she looked like the woman on top of the syrup box. Yeah.
This is the Aunt Jemima.
What?
R.T. Davis Milling
Look at
Company,
that.
1890.
Look at that.
She's already black, and they put her in the blackface. Okay.
Yeah.
Now let me scroll down. See, Josh, this will be dope when we get Tuesday if you can have it. Okay, this is Nancy Green as Aunt Jemima.
If I could have what?
Like when we have the connection to the
okay.
OBS. If not, you got it.
I could, yeah.
It's a lot for you. Okay, this is it. This is the big, this is the person who made it
right.
popular.
And that's the face they're still using.
Yeah. There's the eyes in your town, honey. Happy days is here. Time for delicious Aunt Jemima's made with my secret recipe. Ready mix for yo.
Yeah.
Woo! Big white boy smile.
He's like, I'm ready to eat, Aunt Jemima.
Ah!
Give me them pancakes, girl.
Happy frying Aunt Jemima pancakes. Show Shet's folks singing.
I mean,
She's talking like Teddy Riley text.
and it is just like, what is that? Oh, go ahead, read the next one.
Law C. What is that? Lord C? Law C. Folks cheer for fluffy, energized Aunt Jemima pancakes.
That's what makes Popeye so problematic. Is because it's just a imagined version of Aunt Jemima when she's like, y'all come all the 5 spices and it's just a.
That's why it kind of gets under my skin a
Yeah.
little, and I can never quite put my finger on it.
That's what it is. This whole matriarchal, just a little too excited to serve everybody else. Just the language, just enough country that she almost sounds not educated. Just
down
enough.
home.
Right.
Come
Down-
on, niggas. I mean, let's run it back. Nigger. No. Coons. No.
Yeah.
Sorry. Moon crickets.
It's always been Aunt Jemima's always been problematic, and they really trying to fake the funk to be like, you know what? We had no idea this imagery was so racist.
Bruh,
Y'all knew.
Stop.
Everybody got Google, especially Pepsi. They got Google.
They have enough. Here's the thing with like all these companies right now. Basically, it's quite obvious that you can't profit off of black imagery and stereotypes like you had before.
Right. Exactly.
Right? The fact that, like, I ain't gonna hold you. When I had Aunt Jemima recently, not like I never thought twice about it. So here's the last actually picture I want to show you. So in 1989, they took the bonnet off, and this is the Aunt Jemima that we basically knew for our whole. That doesn't have as much mammy imagery as the earlier iterations, but you kind of get the vibe.
Oh,
even
yeah.
the name Jemima.
Come on, I ain't your mama. It's almost like you saying I ain't your mama.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm your mammy. All they did was say her roller wrap was ready. That's all they did. They said we can take this off. There's not a lot of humidity in the air. Go ahead and take off the scarf, sis, and brush it out. It's like the imagery is still there, and they were trying to find a way to disconnect from it by taking the scarf off, by not actually giving away the years of stereotypes that they had already built.
But the brand was strong, and the companies just want to make money. They don't care about people. Let me show y'all. Like, somebody tweeted, I'm trying to find it real quick, that Aunt Jemima was white people being nice, and they had a thread of even more racist products. Hold on one second. I'm gonna find it for you.
No.
Angel.
What?
Angel.
A whole thread of more racist.
Not even like you couldn't even hide. It's like white people weren't even trying to be creative.
Oh no.
Here it is. Darky toothpaste.
Wow.
Darky This is white people being nice. Darky toothpaste. Guess what, Angel? This company's still around.
I believe it.
They changed the name
because
to
it's still
Darlie.
Darlie.
You see?
And then they said, let's remove the blackface from him.
And they made it. The current iteration is an Asian man.
They switched one letter.
They changed Darky to Darlie.
Lord have mercy.
Josh, let me see if I can find one more. There was.
They're like, we're not giving up.
Coon lip toothpaste. It was like that. Angel.
No way.
I can believe it. I mean, this is what this country has done and will continue to do until like it basically is set on fire, which is happening right now.
Listen, man.
Everything's got to be. But that's what we were talking about. It's so hard. Because when you start going down this path of wanting to hold companies accountable and then you as a consumer being accountable, you will find yourself naked and homeless because because what our country has been built on is this. And so it's hard. I mean, it's still a path that needs to be gone down, but it is hard because you will start finding once you go through what you call it. What's the thing called from the library?
Microfiche?
Yeah, once you start going down this microfiche of images, you're going to be like, you too?
Yeah. Even cartoons?
Yeah.
Them old racist cartoons?
So racist.
I mean, and it's funny, not funny, but like Nike's like, we stand against, this and that. Knowing they rocking, they have sweatshops.
Yeah.
And I'm a hypocrite too. Adidas and all. I mean, this comedian made a good point. This should cost $10,000. This computer, camera, microphone, but because of not slave labor, what is it called? Sweatshops. Because of sweatshops, you can buy this for $1,000. But are you gonna not have an iPhone because you believe in something?
Right. We're like, no, I need it.
That's why clothes were so cheap back in the slave days, because you had slave labor.
Yeah.
And, these big corporations, they pay just above nothing.
Right.
Right. In these foreign countries so that we can have my dad was stationed in Korea, and he was like, these Jordans out here, before they get there, they cost $2.
Yeah. Super cheap.
$2.
Yeah.
And they get to us
and they
when Virgil Abloh tells us
They don't even cost one Virgil over there.
Not even one Virgil.
doesn't even cost one Virgil. They cost what is the profit margin on something that costs you $2 to make and you sell for $200?
That is
Like what?
thousands and thousands of
That's 1,000%, right?
Yeah,
No,
it's like
more.
1,000. If you're charging 2,000 here, it's almost 1,000% profit that you're getting.
Because
Absolutely.
100% would be $4. No, it's 200%.
100% would be.
Oh, the
I
math
don't
is
know.
already
I
getting
don't
to
know.
me. Are you good at math?
I am, but not in this moment. As you can see, I'm breaking down.
It's 50%.
You get a 50%. If it's $2, you would have a 50% profit margin if you sold it for $3, because you would get $1 back.
I heard
And
dollar
that's
back.
50. That's 50% of what you used to make it. You get what I'm saying? Because it's $2.
No.
$2.
So wait, if it costs me $2 and I sell it for $4,
You are making back 100%.
that's a 100% profit increase.
Yes, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Because I made back $2 that it cost me and another $2.
Yes. So the profit is only 100%, not 200%.
So what would be 200 if I sold it for $8?
If you sold it for $8? No,
It'd be
6. 6.
Oh God.
6 because
How?
because you
Because you
you
carry
subtract
the
the 2 and
That
then you
you-
have $4 left. That is 200% more than 2.
Because one.
Because one of those 2s is how much you use to make it,
And the next 2 is 100%.
and then the next 2.
So
is
the
200%.
8 would be 300%.
Come on,
So the fact that they're selling it for $200.
yeah, thousands.
Is thousands of percent.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And Josh has Nikes on. What do you have on?
Don't look at me,
I
man.
have on Adidas. Listen, I
Adidas.
realized that as a black person or as people, we would have to be self-sustainable in order to know that what we are putting our money or effort behind does not actually pour into the dehumanization of any person. And that's just not realistic from my viewpoint, from my life.
That. Remember, Angel? It was
Yes.
called Tulsa.
It was.
You remember what white people did to that?
They bombed that thing right off of the face of the earth.
They were like, what?
You will not.
No.
Absolutely
What are y'all going to
not.
survive without us? It's like, what did white people want from us? We were like,
know.
okay, we don't need nothing at all. No. We'll burn that down. Why? We're not even bothering
We
you.
got a good thing going
It's
here. man.
segregated. Leave
Yeah.
us. We don't even.
You guys gave this to us.
We
Like,
took the crappy part of town. We built it up. Man, we'll burn that out.
Listen.
We don't want. No, we want y'all to be nothing. Don't you dead? If we can't
yes.
own you, we want you dead.
There you go. You've got the answer.
Oh, but you
Kev.
can play basketball. Oh, now you're
Ooh,
good
yeah,
again.
come on, dance for me then.
I'm gonna tell you, Angel. I want these black athletes to go to HBCUs.
They should. I tried to get my nephew to go to an HBCU. He didn't, and now he's not in school at all because he made a baby. But that's what be happening. But I wanted. I did. I was trying my best to get my sister to convince him to go to an HBCU. I mean, I didn't go to one. I wish I would have.
Yeah.
I wish I really do. And I
Josh didn't go to one.
I didn't.
I didn't go to
Surprisingly.
one. There were none in Seattle. There was no recruiters for them.
the one that was in my state, not to talk about it, I just was not feeling. I was just like, and then TSU didn't have their paperwork right. I was like, y'all. And then the
What's
white
wrong with
school,
their paperwork.
they literally sent me a bill for something that I hadn't even done. They were just like, well, we want you to pay this. Well, first of all, am I accepted into the school?
The first thing you got was a bill?
Yes.
Before acceptance letter?
Yes. I was like, what are we, huh? Y'all want me to pay? And then, my good old white school, they were like, here's the deal. We're going to pay for everything. Just show up. And I was like, well, I guess
And you know
I'll
what,
be
poor
here.
black, we're not in the position to do that. You know what I'm saying? And the boosters, like if you go to Howard, if you're, Mikey Williams, you go to Howard, you're going to get a full ride scholarship. If you go to Duke, you're going to get a full ride, plus a booster is going to give you $150,000. And when you're poor, it's the same thing with Scottie Pippen. When you're poor and you have an opportunity to, take advantage of your family or not take advantage of, help your family.
Yeah,
What are you gonna do?
Right.
So it's gonna take black athletes who are like, bro, I can. It's gonna take basketball players
Yes.
because they only have to do it for a year.
Yeah.
Football players, it's 3 more years. They take a lot. I have friends who were in colleges who were getting paid under the table. That never even made the NFL like that, big. And they were getting hundreds of thousands of dollars from boosters, agents, and all that type of stuff. I do want to do an ASCA with one who
You
took money,
should.
but I he has to wait like till
there's no like repercussions for him
right,
talking about it.
because right now he works in the industry still, and that's a big thing to whistleblow. But young basketball players, they can probably hold on for 1 year.
They could. They honestly could. They really, really, really could and should. But I don't know if that's going to happen because pockets be so deep for these people that want folk to come to their school to make. I mean, I went to the University of Kentucky, so you already know, like, basketball.
New crop of the top 5 basketball players every year for my whole life, Kentucky.
Yeah.
My whole life, they've had a good basketball team.
And I'm telling you, they take care of them players like no. I used to be the tutor for the athletes.
Oh man,
no, Angel.
And they would bring in their notes from class, and I'd be like, "What woman wrote this?" Because I know you did. Did you show up to class? And they'd be like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm like, "So do you want to be tutor, or I'm just gonna sit here and make my money?" And they'd be like, "I mean, it's whatever."
What'd you do?
Some of them actually were like, I think there was like one that actually kind of wanted to be able to get a degree, but the rest were just like,
I didn't really come to learn.
Yeah.
They brought me here to play football or play basketball.
Pretty much.
And I actually don't care.
Yeah.
Like I don't care about that, because back in the day when the scholarship was, the scholarship was equal to the value the school provided.
Yeah.
Fine.
Right.
But now the schools are making hundreds of millions of dollars.
So much money off
the
of these
scholarships
boys.
maybe $30,000 a year. That's what's the percentage on that on the map?
He's like, get a calculator, tell me what that is.
Texas Angel, their football program brings in $100 million.
Golly.
100, and you're not even letting. They actually just changed. You can now put your likeness. You can make money off your likeness.
Good
and stuff, but you can't tell me that scholarship still holds the same value when the football rights, the TV rights for the football games, it's worth $100 million.
Right.
It's not equal anymore.
Yeah, it's not. And I'm like, where is all this money going? I understand they be making buildings and stuff like that, but there's a profit margin. Where is that going?
The coaches are getting millions.
Oh my goodness.
They're paying for all the usually those big programs, the football pays for all the sports because of Title IX, right? You have to have the same amount of women's sports as men. So they have lacrosse and volleyball and all that type of stuff. And football is so big and has so many players, they got to pay for all that stuff. So, the game is the game. But I feel like the NCAA is on its last legs for that.
That's good. That's good.
It is really good. Oh, by the way, before we go, we are adjusting our set for Angel, guys. We're throwing this together. There's a power dynamic of the big man, me big desk, Angel no desk, me high chair, Angel small chair.
Listen, no, this was to make me comfortable, guys, because I surely called Kevin, was like, you been out here in these COVID streets.
I totally forgot about that.
Yes.
We were going to be on this side, but you was like, I need my...
No, like I have too many kids to take care of to chance getting sick for here's the thing. So...
Here's the thing. I got kids.
Here's the thing. So I was like, he was like, no, we can be separate. I was like, great. That's what I want. So it wasn't a thing of let Kev feel like the CEO that you are and Angel feel like an assistant over to the side. It was more so to make me feel comfortable. But I do appreciate that people were like, girl.
Listen.
But that was the reason.
Let me tell you what happened, Josh. There was a lot of dormant black women fans that were quiet when it was being dope, even quieter when I was on my own. Mm-hmm. But when they saw you, they was like, oh! 1,500 comments on our first episode.
Oh, there was a lot. And I read
it's booming. There's almost 900 people in here now.
900. These black women was like, been telling Kev he needs somebody, and when Doughboy come back, don't you dare take Angel. You better add another microphone, because she ain't going nowhere. I'm going to tell you what you finna do with that platform. Guess what, guys? Josh has ordered the desk on Monday.
Overnighted shipping, because I wanted no issues for this
Tuesday. We actually tried to figure it out here, but we didn't have the furniture
there was no way it was going to work. This was, I was literally okay with this.
But you're a little lower than me.
I know.
Yeah, and this is as low as this chair goes. And I'm going to tell you, when I called Angel and offered her the job, she was like, now let me just ask you, Kev. Am I your co-host?
Or am I an accessory?
Or am I your little accessory? Is it like Howard Stern's, a little black girl says a thing or two, or do you want me? I said, Angel, what you talking talking. This is me.
He said, you the co-host,
I
Angel.
said, Angel, I need the help. And the fact, I'm gonna tell you, I ain't gonna hold you. My ego, when you were like, I had seen an episode of 2K, I know the struggle. Like when you said you had did this, Terry,
I did.
and I just held it for a second because I was like, I have nothing else.
I know how it wasn't. I wasn't trying to shade you. I just know even when you said you were doing it, how hard that has to be to try to make something entertaining where you're like, for the most part, talking to yourself. Of course, Josh chimes in when he can, but that's a lot to be entertaining, talking to no one but the camera.
And you were just doing it to Zoom for a minute.
Bruh.
That's so hard.
Bruh. I never realized how bad at math I was. I mean, I've never been great at it, but I have gotten progressively worse. When my kids come to me, I will Google every answer for a child's homework.
It's on
You
Google.
can just Google the problem and it'll tell you. But anyway, so by Tuesday, we will have equal footing desk. I have more black women artists on Angel's side. But a lot of these are black women. That's a black woman. That's a black woman. That's a black woman. This is a black woman.
That one is
This is
fire.
actually a black woman.
That's
This is
beautiful.
my homegirl Kashmir in Black Man, Black Man, Black Man.
I love
That's
it.
just
this
my
one,
head.
My husband loves this one. This
Oh
Jet
yeah,
cover. It's
Jet
so
Magazine, Beauty of the Week, page 43, and that's a Joshy Gons
dope.
thing.
Hey.
And
I don't feel qualified to be on the wall, though. I'm just gonna say
You
just
are
Why,
qualified.
Josh?
I am not a black.
Can we talk?
black
Wait, no,
you're
hold
also
on.
my friend.
Yeah,
Can
but
we
I mean,
just
it's,
talk about
Yes, Angel. Let's
how,
do it.
please, because Josh is hella talented. Like, I can't even get over the stuff that you do, Josh. For real, for real. You can lay over in that chair, but you're going to get these affirmations from me, okay? Because that's what I do, all right? I'm going to affirm your soul, your spirit today, even if you don't want it. On today, you're going to get it. Like, this stuff looks so good, and I'm sure Kev has a part in it too, but what Joshy is pulling off?
Josh has this was a 3-camera setup, wireless with iPhones. The production value for this looks so much better.
This is a, like, for real, a show that has a budget of like $200,000 an episode. At least that's what it looks like, for real, for real. And that's what I hope I gained from working with you, Kev. I'm gonna stop talking here soon, but let me just go ahead and get it off my chest. I was telling my girlfriend here recently, I said, me and Kev have two very different mindsets, and I want to come over to his mindset. Kev looks at people at these companies that have millions of dollars that produce things, and he goes, oh, I'm going to have my stuff look that good because at the end of the day, I'm going to make millions of dollars to do projects. I look at these shows that have millions of dollars and how they produce, and I say, I can't do that because I don't have $1 million. And I'm like, I want that mindset.
Yeah.
And that's what this looks like. It looked like Josh is making things look like,
Listen, I'm going to tell you what. Josh is the part of the reason. He's like, okay, Kev, here's what we could do. Right? Josh ain't never just said, nah. He'd be like, okay, let me do research. He's had, he's been telling me about Sling Studio for a long time because I'm a proponent of doing things on iPhones. And it looks so good, man. Like, you really are doing 3-camera switching.
He's amazing.
Right now.
He's amazing. I'm just so proud of you. And I don't even know you like that yet, Josh, but I'm proud of you. I'm telling you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
He's worse with compliments than I am.
Oh,
I don't know how to process it.
I'm about to make you all feel real uncomfortable. Because my love language is words of affirmation.
Is it?
Oh, you're about to be just flowing those
I
things.
can't wait. Oh, I'm just going to make y'all crawl in y'all skin. All right.
I hate compliments. Mm-hmm. I hate it so much. Tell me I'm ugly. Words of affirmation is my love language, but when you affirm me, I'd be like, no, where was my real dad?
You getting all of this love from me.
Oh, man. So anyway, I got to go shoot something else. This was great. Angel, our chemistry is brag about Zaddy.
Hey, Zaddy gone.
Lord Jesus.
Oh, yes. I'm telling you what. Look at you. And he is cute. Look at him.
All right, we're done. Hey, hour 15. Wow, this hour's flown by.
Boy, with his little hair
a
parted
time,
to the
huh?
side.
He's
He lost a little weight during the quarantine. I lost a
Listen.
little bit, 15 pounds.
Listen, I came around the corner, saw the gold chain and the all black.
He got
I
a little
said,
gold chain.
what he out here trying to catch?
Gold chain. Let me put it on you, Josh.
Right.
Put it on you, Josh.
Listen.
Go to you,
Nah,
Josh.
I'm not selecting
Go
the
to you,
camera.
Josh.
Oh,
I
man,
said-
I'm
Go
over
to
here
you.
today, guys.
I said,
Go to you, Josh. Yeah,
he out
put
here
it on
trying to
you,
catch
Josh.
COVID-19 or a lady, but he gonna catch it. He gonna catch it.
Did you put it on you, Josh?
Yes.
I'm done.
Did
We're
you
done.
put it? It's not on my camera yet.
Put it up
Did
in-
Thank
put
you
it
for
on?
joining us for
With
another
his
bonus
rosy
episode of
cheeks.
Here's the Thing. It's been a great time.
I loved it.
All right, we will see you guys on Tuesday at 12:30. Me and Angel are always gonna be here at 12:30. We'll see
Yep,
you
yep.
guys. Oh, shoot. Okay,
Uh-oh.
bye.
God.
Oh, that was so scary.
All right, how do we get off this thing?
All right, guys. I gotta go.
What you got to shoot today?
I gotta go shoot something for Clayton.
Okay.
That was great. All right, Josh. So this phone's gonna stay here now, right?
Hold up. I'm going to make sure